This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
You drive around neighborhoods, there's still places where we have standing water since last Monday, Tuesday.
The city of Dayton is recovering from last week's flash floods that left many neighborhoods knee-deep in water. It's a mess, and it could be expensive to clean up too. That is our Channel 2 News big story at 5 o'clock. Several hundred homes may have been affected by last week's flooding in central Lyon County. Good evening, I'm Kristen Remington.
And I'm Landon Miller. Thank you for joining us tonight. Cleanup and repairs are expected to be expensive for both residents and the county. Paul Nelson shows us some of the fallout from the recent storm.
Residents along Dayton Valley Road are still dealing with last week's flood. Standing water and mud remain, along with countless sandbags.
It's amazing the amount of water that was here and how badly it affected people's homes and properties.
Page says the flooding affected several hundred homes throughout central Lyon County. Some areas of Dayton were covered with 3 feet of water.
The drainage system out here is designed for normal runoff, not for water like this. We've had people who have taken out their culvert pipes and graded in their driveways, so it backed things up. We've had ditches that people blocked off or changed the pipe size.
John Gavin was one of about 50 people who helped shore up this irrigation ditch after one of its sides gave way.
He probably had a 30-foot break, and so that became the Cardelli ditch, and all the runoff from the mountains came down, went down that ditch and into his yard.
Residents with structural damage are encouraged to report it to the county to possibly qualify for federal assistance.
The sooner we know about it, the sooner we can get to the state so we can meet that threshold and get individual assistance out here.
Last week's flood resulted in costly repairs for residents, but it's also going to cost Lyon County a lot of money. If you take a look at this washout, it was caused by the Carson River, and just this spot alone could cost $50,000 to repair. If they don't do it, Page says they could lose the entire road.
Our preliminary assessment right now just on public infrastructure is about $1.3 million, and we're not going to be surprised if we double or triple that by the time we get done with this assessment.
Page says each mile of ditch repairs costs $5,000, and each culvert is another $2,500. Flooding will continue to be a threat, but the task is to reduce it.
But now it's time to figure out how we deal with getting the water where it needs to go safely and with the least amount of impact to private property.
Covering the big story, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.
Meanwhile, residents are encouraged to leave their sandbags in place or even add them for the next storm.